The conflict between the Galactic Republic and the Separatist Alliance was known for producing some of the largest and most devastating battles in history, resulting in the death of countless beings on the planets these engagements took place on. Most of these clashes generally lasted for a few days to a couple weeks at most, but there was one battle that just seemed like it would never end. It was the Battle of Mygeeto, which lasted for a whopping 2 years. Not only was it the longest battle of the Clone Wars, it was perhaps one of the most hectic ones as well, with some of the craziest warfare moments taking place on the ruined surface of the planet. Before the war, Mygeeto was a colony world of the Banking Clan Guild, where it was primarily turned into a mining operation, as the planet held very precious natural resources, ones that were vital in massive warship construction, as well as valuable crystals that could be used for devastating weapons. Over time, some of the wealthiest moons came to Mygeeto to store their great riches within grand underground vaults, using them as credit shelters as a means to likely avoid paying traditional galactic taxes that were levied on most of the other civilized worlds. Once the Clone Wars started, Mygeeto became a prime target for the Republic due to its vast resources being used to fuel the Separatist droid armies and the immense wealth it contained within the credit vaults. Prior to the main battle of Mygeeto, multiple recon missions took place by commando units, which scouted the planet before the main Republic invasion began. The main invasion force that followed included a dozen Jedi Knights, led by Council member Ki-Adi-Mundi alongside the 4th Sector Army, which was aided by an elite unit of Galactic Marines known as the 21st Nova Corps. Much of the early fighting took place within massive urban cities that towered the natural landscapes of Mygeeto. Entire cities were burned and destroyed from heavy fighting between the two forces, resulting in the death of countless native citizens. Since Mygeeto was such an important world to the Separatists, not only were large portions of the droid army dispatched to protect the planet from the Republic, but some of the most powerful droid units were used as well, including the infamous Octuptara Magna Tri-Droids, which were massively sized up versions of the much smaller Octuptara Combat Tri-Droids. The first year or so of the battle saw very little progress for the Republic, as both sides remained in a stalemate, with neither gaining much territory from the other. Only death and destruction occurred among each confrontation of the two forces without much progress, which greatly frustrated the commanding Jedi generals of the battle. While the battle raged on without any significant gain for either side, it did see some of the craziest moments of the entire war. During one Republic attack on an enemy-held city, the Separatists were able to bring down a Venator-class Star Destroyer from above. As it came crashing down right on top of everyone, an injured Jedi Knight sacrificed herself by using all the Force energies within her body to briefly stop the cruiser from crashing down, giving her allies just enough time to escape the impact zone. The cruiser's weight quickly overwhelmed her after a few seconds, however, crushing her completely as it made contact with the planet. Her sacrifice was forever remembered by the rest of the remaining Jedi, including Master Ki-Adi-Mundi. Nearing the end of the conflict, Supreme Chancellor Palpatine gave an address to the public on a new strategy that involved a campaign that would focus on taking out 3 vital planets within Separatist space that would help bring an end to the war. These 3 planets were known as the Triad of Evil, which included Mygeeto. Its position within the cut-off, isolated Separatist territory of the northern region of the galaxy made it important, as once it fell to the Republic, it would have made it far easier to invade the other worlds within that Separatist territory. While this was the surface reasoning behind the Triad of Evil military campaign, in reality, Palpatine just wanted to send as many Jedi into the Outer Rim territories as possible, as a way to thin them out even further and keep them away from the Jedi Temple for when Order 66 was going to be issued. Near the end of the battle, a portion of the 501st Legion was dispatched to destroy a droid energy collector. Unknown to even the Jedi generals of the battle, however, the 501st Legion was actually on a secret mission of acquiring an experimental power source that would later be used within the future Death Star project. Finally, the Battle of Mygeeto quickly came to an end when Order 66 was issued by Palpatine. All the Jedi present on the planet, including Ki-Adi-Mundi, were executed by their clone troopers. The planet eventually fell to the Empire after it was formed, with heavy mining operations being created to obtain large portions of the raw materials that were then used to fuel the ever-increasing Imperial Navy. While not entirely known, it's also very likely that some of the credit vaults that were stored on the planet were later taken over by high-ranking Imperials for their own personal benefit. Thanks for watching this video. Help support the channel by becoming a member on our Patreon page, and be sure to subscribe for more videos like this one. And as always, may the Force be with you.